Yeah,
We're just gonna
it's
have a
fine.
beat bopping good time.
Yeah, good old casual conversations.
Mm-hmm.
As speaking of casual conversations, let me ask you like the most basic question of all humankind. How's the weather over there?
And we're back. We're back with the Zeldas. Hopefully this time the recording session will go correctly and I don't have to do all that shit again.
It'll be a great time. It'll be a super awesome time.
Mm-hmm. So I did get some shit off camera that we got in the original recording sesh. So I
Mm,
have a bug net now, but we're also gonna go back to Beatles again so I can get more shit.
even more shit. Oh, right, that was what I was gonna say. So before we started recording, for the for the folks at home, JJ and I were having a little skizzy discussion while he was figuring out like all the settings for the video, and he was like, "You gotta like figure out how to make sure you could hear the music." And I was like, "I don't care about the music." And he's like, "I know you don't care, but I care. I want you to hear it." And we're going back and forth for a little bit. We're doing the little haha fun jokes. But what
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say is that even though I can hear the recording, you want to know what I do every single time?
What?
I turn the volume all the way down.
Get outplayed, idiot.
get get fucked, idiot.
Alright. Well, that is your decision to make, but I at least wanted to give you the option to hear the music. So.
And that is very considerate of you, and I appreciate it. But I will let you know, I usually don't. 'Cause we'll have the fun little problem where like the audio and the fucking visuals don't line up, even though it's not like particularly applicable in this game. But it's just a
I
habit
guess
I've
that's
built up
fair.
over. I've built that habit up over like recording sessions because it would just piss me off to be like, I can't hear it, and then us having to like stop 15 or 20 times to fucking figure that shit out, and I'm like, forget it, I don't care anymore.
Of course, if you really wanted to hear it, you could just rewatch the recording session. I mean, let's be real here.
What
Alright.
if I didn't do any of that?
What if, JJ, you go fuck yourself?
Exactly. What if we sit around and we touch butts and freaking I
Yeah?
can't even come up with the bit. I couldn't come up with the bit. Yeah.
Well, you said touch butts, and I was like, where's she going with this?
I was gonna do the fucking alliteration that I was doing earlier, and we'll do like the little fucking sound checks for both of us, and I always say some shit, or I shouldn't have said that. Some stupid shit. How about that?
It's okay, Anna. I bleep it out
Sorry.
anyways.
Don't mind me immediately backpedaling.
Alright. Well, we're going to a new area, and it's gonna be great.
Blessed times
But
all around, as usual.
but also we're just not gonna pretend like this is the first time we're seeing it. It's not. We've seen what this place is like.
Yeah,
We're just gonna
it's
have a
fine.
beat bopping good time.
Yeah, good old casual conversations.
Mm-hmm.
As speaking of casual conversations, let me ask you like the most basic question of all humankind. How's the weather over there?
It's
You getting
actually kind of
snow?
it's kind of shitty actually. It is snowing.
Damn. It is also snowing over here in the
That's the way.
Mm,
and yeah, I was at the library like studying for this quiz I gotta take tomorrow.
yeah.
I was just reading this fucking long ass chapter for a book, and
What's the quiz about?
so
Because I don't actually know
it's
what you fucking study over there, so now I'm curious.
the fucking class is Native American history,
Mm,
and the quizzes are just based on the readings in the book. I would say they're also based on the lectures, but my teacher doesn't never he never talks about anything important.
yeah.
Like
You
I
gotta
feel
love
like
those
that makes
teachers.
it makes me feel like a bad student because I like rarely go to his class now, and he is also my advisor, so I should probably like stop doing that so I don't have like a bad relationship with him. But it's like he fucking sucks as a teacher. I'm wasting my time. I could be doing other important shit rather than just like sitting around listening to him talk about his life. It's like, listen,
Oh, he's one
you're
of
a cool
those
guy,
teachers. Jeez.
but I'm like legitimately not here to listen to this shit. I want to pass this
I'm
class.
here
I
to
want
learn.
this
I'm
credit
not your fucking therapist guy. Like, come on now.
for real. Like I said, he's a super nice guy. He's been like really accommodating and super helpful with like any questions I've asked. But when it comes to like the actual course content, it's like fucking he zips. He just, I guess he doesn't care. He's been teaching for like a long time,
Oh, it's
from
these
what
guys
I've
again.
gathered.
It's the mole Mario
Those
Brothers. Hey, hey,
those fucking
hey!
dudes.
You mess
Jesus
with our
Christ.
turf and you're gonna pay? You can voice.
So you know, oh Lord, I don't think he's one of those red creeps.
Yeah, I think you're right. No reason to scare the hair off of us, though. Sorry about that, pal. These monsters showing up and messing with our turf has got me on edge. They show up here and I'm gonna knock the red clean up out of them. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah, me led.
Mr. Who's scared to dig in the dark?
Anyway, if you're looking for treasure, you should stay clear of those red guys. Alright, see
Man,
ya.
they're racist. They're racist.
They are racist. I mean,
Man.
they also have a point. The red guys are trying to kill me, but come on now.
But yeah. Not an excuse to be racist. No, I'm
You
kidding.
don't gotta bring the color red into this. I mean,
Or for real.
there's some red people who are genuinely really nice, but no, you had to go and make an assumption.
Damn. Damn. Oh, yeah. So, about the chapter I was reading for my class,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little, I was gonna say it's gonna be a little boring. It's gonna be a lot fucking boring. It's really dense material, but it was just like, oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No!
What?
Where the fuck do you go, little man?
Did you
Where's
drop
your
something?
spot? Oh, there we go. Okay. Get the fuck back in there, bro. Stop playing with my feelings like that. That almost scared
Stop
the fuck out
playing
of
with
me.
my feelings.
I would have been sad as fuck. One of my earrings just popped
I was
off.
gonna say, what are you oh knowing at? Like,
No, it just fell apart there for a second. They're like
okay.
they're not like good quality or anything, but I am quite a fan of those. That would have been greatly upsetting if I fucking broke it without even noticing it.
Yeah.
Oh, but like the chapter in the book, it's like 1880
Shit.
to
Slime natural.
1840, and it's America and the Native Americans and all of like their fun, totally not fun, fucking trade disputes and land disputes because
Yeah.
the fucking Americans would do this really great maneuver where anytime like they encountered a Native American tribe, they would like go and have these little democratic meetings and try to like reach a consensus.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, "All right, here's your little section of land. We're not gonna touch it. So you live over there, we'll live over here, and then we just won't fuck with each other." Except how they continued to
Yeah,
just
except how they
fuck with each other.
continued to do so.
Yeah, particularly how the Americans were like, yeah, we're not gonna fuck with your land, and then like at the same time,
We're
there's
not
like
gonna
a
fuck with
group
your
of
land who
fucking like
proceeds to fuck with their land.
fuck with their land. Yeah, exactly. So it's been a whole lot of that, and then a whole lot of like, I mean, like I know that it's like, oh, white people are bad in history. They're doing a lot of really shitty, fucked up stuff. But they're just doing so much more shitty, fucked up stuff than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
Like, there was some like general stuff that I knew, like they gave them fucking flea-infested blankets at the hospital when they needed help,
Yeah.
so they would get sick and then die of the plague, because that's how we do things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like we just learned about Trail of Tears, and that's uplifting stuff. That guy is rather ugly.
Yeah. You know what else is ugly? white people's history.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I don't. This might be a little controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I don't think that like the mentality of like, oh, we have to pay for the crimes that our ancestors
Ah,
committed.
shit.
Like, I don't know if that is particularly fruitful outside of just like guilting yourself over something that you had no like play in.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like, don't ignore the history. That's how the problem keeps repeating itself. Just do better. Just be a good person. That's all that it is. You don't have to feel guilty about something that
Just be
happened
a chill
100 years
motherfucker, and
ago.
literally no one will give a fuck.
Just don't be an asshole. Like, treat other people like just fucking people. It's really not that hard. I just it's like a particularly like point of contention for a lot of people where I don't know, like you feel an obligation to like make up for a lot of the awful crap that white people did at the beginning of the century, but
Yeah.
like I said, I don't know like how fruitful that is because all you're really doing is like telling yourself that you're an awful person for some shit that you didn't do. If you really feel that way, then like like go support like Black Lives Matters. Like go march in the parades if you feel that much guilt about something.
Yeah.
You can say the words,
Just
but
be a fucking
ultimately
advocate for
you just
people's human rights. Like,
it's one thing. It's really easy to say the thing, but it's much harder to go out and do the thing.
oh,
If you legitimately
100%.
feel that, if you feel that passionate about something, then go fucking do something about it. You will get no brownie points from me if like you're just sitting on the internet being like,
Yeah, if you're
yeah,
just
Black
being
Lives Matter.
if you're
We all
just
know
being a
that. We all
random
know that.
fucking person on Twitter being like, white people fucking suck, and it's like, yeah, I know, but that's not
Know that
changing
shit. We
anything.
know that shit. Historically, white people have always been awful. I fucking know that.
I am one. Like, the
I
fuck?
am one. I'm
Oh,
reading
shit.
that shit every day now, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck off, Zank. I don't care.
I'm just
All of these guys, except for, like, Cobalt and Lev, like, literally none of the shit that they say matters, so I'm gonna fucking skip through all of it. I do not fucking care.
that's fine.
I kind of just want to
That's
speed run back to where we were in the last recording sesh so we can keep seeing new shit.
I can keep talking about history while you do that if you want.
I mean,
I got piles of information just like on the tippy toppy of my head. But I also learned about loot. I mean, not learned that like kind of implies that this is the first time I've known about this information, but I've already like generally known this stuff because part of the reading was about Lewis and Clark, and it was like, oh yeah, those fucking guys. And I was like under the general impression that like the work that they did was good and it was like generally a peaceful time. That was
no.
incorrect. Those motherfuckers,
It's
those
almost
motherfuckers.
it's almost like the powerful white people will do everything that they can to erase all the bad shit that all the white people did back in history.
Mhm. I mean, they did a really good job of like detailing the stuff that they encountered, but they kind of failed at their whole objective.
Well,
Like,
what was their objective?
I mean, okay, so obviously at that point in time, a lot of Native
Not
Americans
worth.
were like being pushed out to the west
Right.
because the Americans wanted the land in the east. Like they saw the way that the Native Americans were living, they saw how prosperous and fruitful that livelihood was. And they
Right.
didn't want the people there, they wanted the resources.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kicking everybody out of the east. Um but there's still some people
Oh my
left.
god. Fucking
Like
red ass slime. Yeah.
they encounter the it's in the upper Missouri area. I really can't remember the name of the tribe off the top of my head,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the one that Sacagawea was part of, and they spent the winter with those folks, getting accustomed to like their livelihood and everything.
Right.
And that was like the most peaceful interaction they had. Like as soon as they encounter like any other group, their prejudice and like their assumptions get put before that. Like there was a particular group. I don't know if it was the Blackfeet or not,
Mm.
but they I don't know how, but had like either gotten a reputation or like just based on like one encounter with another group of some fucking group of white dudes, they were like they just swindled them, so they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna run into trouble with these fuckers, even though they probably wouldn't have
Right.
if, you know, they had just like chilled the fuck out, but because like they had that impression of like this Native American tribe like at the front of their brain, it just completely went to like dog shit.
Yeah.
And they didn't like they were trying to avoid conflict as much as possible, but they clearly pissed them off by the time that they left. Which is just, you know, score one for Lewis and Clark doing the exact opposite of what you were trying to do in the first place.
And then
Like,
lying about it.
yeah, it's like they weren't. I don't know if like I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that like the goal of like this expedition was not to like create good relationships with the Native Americans. I'm pretty sure they were just like scouting out the land to see what was up. So then later on, they could kick the Native Americans off of their territory and then
Yeah.
speed them out of the west. Actually, no, I gotta go reread that.
I gotta make sure that I'm not spreading misinformation on the internet here.
I'm on Yogi Soup in general. I don't even know particular names, but if I can't even get like the base of it down, I'm gonna be super disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
Because I read that shit for like 4 hours today. And that's a lot of information to process, so I'm not gonna be like, I'm fucking stupid, but I'm gonna be like, God damn it.
I have no idea which slide takes me to the chest, so I'm just going to take.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna take one, and then if it's not that, I'm just gonna come back. You know?
Alright, so Thomas Jefferson makes a plan for an American expedition to
Oh,
explore the
never mind. I'm
Missouri
actually the
River
coolest motherfucker ever.
to its sources and from there to the Pacific.
Not worth.
So Scotsman Alexander, okay. So it shows Lewis and Clark. Oh, right. So their main objective was to proclaim American sovereignty over the area and then prepare the way for American commerce with the tribes and gather as much information as possible about this new land and the many Indian people who inhabited it. This
Right.
book uses the word Indian a lot, and my professor like went on a tangent in like one of the
Yeah.
first episodes, and like one of the first not episodes, the first lectures about how he also uses that term, and it's not like what I don't remember like the way he justified it was because they use that word to distinguish themselves. Like they use that word to describe themselves.
Like the
That
Native
like is
Americans
supposed to
did?
justify it. Yeah. And like at least on like official government websites, they use the term Indian.
Mm.
So I'm pretty sure like they're like, yeah, the Indian Blackfoot tribe or the Blackfeet tribe. That's what they are. That's what they're called.
So in
I
basic
still prefer
words, don't get mad at Anna. She
I
ain't
was gonna
doing
say
any
I
wrong.
I prefer to use Native American or Indigenous people. That feels like the most accurate word without any like
Oh
uh
fuck. Don't mind me just blowing
yeah,
myself up per the usual.
yeah. So what the fuck are they doing? Yes, so they're just proclaiming yeah. So after like the American Revolution, I think America claimed that it had conquered those territories justly through
Mm.
warfare. So They were
Which,
just like,
no.
so really, you can't get fucking mad about it because we earned your territory. We fucking conquered the shit out of that.
Yeah, because
So
that's how that works.
fuck the generations of people who have lived here for like thousands of years. We want to be here now. Go fuck yourself. Go live out east with your horses and your
we
fucking
need to go set up our
alcohol.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So what's like the main thing? Oh right, they tested their skills at Indian diplomacy among Odos, Omahas, and Missouris. Yeah, I like the way that like they describe some of the fucking people in this book. Like it's horrible and awful, but it is. I don't really like the way that I react to it is by laughing, because like the only other way
Yeah.
that I think I could respond is just being sad.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Right. So they encountered a band of that looks like it says Brûlé or Sikanu Suix. So then they could describe them as a stout, bold-looking people. They were accustomed to levying tribute, so like having at least in exchange, it's just like part of their customs to bring a gift as like a sign of peace.
Mhm. Oh, hold up. You, the goddess's chosen hero. Zelda is ahead. Hurry. Sorry, gotta be introduced to that character real quick. Alright, go ahead.
Um,
Sorry about the
yes.
history lesson. We gotta introduce this one character.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so they're not about to let the American strangers pass upriver to other tribes without exacting some share of their cargo, which is completely legitimate, you know? Like, you encounter a group of people, you're passing through their territory, you need to get permission, otherwise they're gonna fuck your shit up. It's about respect
Yeah.
to, like, a fundamental level. And that's, like, really all that they wanted was to just, like, keep the claims on their land and just continue to live their lives. Like they wanted trade, they wanted to like have that continued commerce between themselves and the Americans, but they didn't want to like, sacrifice their entire livelihood for it.
Right.
So, yeah. Clark called them the Pirates of the Missouri. Eager to demonstrate that the United States would not be bullied, the Americans were equally determined to not concede. There's a tense scene in which each side stood to arms. I felt myself warm and spoke in very positive terms. Only the presence of Indian women and children and the quick-thinking statesmanship of the Brûlé chief Black Buffalo averted the conflict. So, yeah, they seriously fucked up like the first task of diplomacy. So yeah, I was
Speaking of
pretty much
seriously
right.
fucked up,
There was
I killed that guy
what? Oh, in the game.
in the game. Also,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
else is seriously fucked up? The fact that I have to end the episode right here.
Oh, Mandan. That was the name of the people that they stayed with the first like other Germany was the Mandan people. Don't forget that.
Mm.
Remember the name.
Remember the name, because if you
Remember the
don't,
name.
bad things will happen.
Well, I was kind of saying it's a history that's been like largely swept under the rug. After a while, like once the American assumed that they were like a defeated group of people that just stopped fucking worrying about them and just didn't bother putting any of their interactions in history books, which is why nobody knows about it when you're growing up.
Yeah.
Like you know about Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea, and you know
Shit.
about like the Pilgrims at Thanksgiving, and like I mean, Pocahontas in theory, but
Pocahontas, but not the Pocahontas that actually happened, but the Disney Princess Pocahontas.
I was gonna say like not
just loves white people for some fucking reason.
not like the historical Pocahontas.
Although I will say, as bad as that movie is, fucking Savages goes hard. Like I don't care who you are. That song goes hard as fuck.
I'm gonna say like I like Pocahontas, and I mean obviously it's not historically accurate at all.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes down to like I don't know if I even want to say like separating like the art from the artist because that's history and people died.
Yeah. Then
So
again, so did people on the Titanic, and look at how many Titanic movies there are. So,
yeah, I wonder like if it's just more contentious because like I mean the Titanic wasn't like a disaster, but those Native Americans and indigenous people died out of like people were like intentionally killing them.
yeah, that's
They
fair.
they were
That's actually
intentionally
a really
spreading
good
the
point.
disease. Like
But,
they were intentionally spreading smallpox so people would fucking.
well, I'm intentionally ending the episode. Goodbye, everybody. Welcome back to Zelda, where we talk about the injustices and the cruelties of white people.